It's The Buzz live on West TV here in Perth, West TV, perth.com.au. You can see it live on the internet if you're anywhere else in the world. Hashtag The Buzz. To speak to us, send us something special.
How do you like memes?
I love them.
Would you wake up to a meme if you could?
Depends, you know, how attractive is she?
Hilarious. One thing that, I'm letting you in a little bit here, is one thing that I do when I wake up in the morning, other than check my news, is check the memes.
Give yourself a scratch.
Give myself a scratch, a little bit of a yawn, a little bit of a coffee.
And go straight to?
Straight to Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger is one of my favourite apps. It is an absolutely free app. There are a few paid versions out there, but this one certainly does everything that you need it to. Have a look at what's been trending overnight, particularly out of the United States, while we're sleeping there all awake, of course, so we can see that a number of advice animals have popped up over the past 24 hours. Some fantastic videos, some of which, we do bring to you here on The Buzz. And
so these are like the hottest things and people are voting them up? Is that
right, so that's the way meme-base works. And meme-base is the collection of all of the memes. And the most popular memes are those that have been sort of voted positively by other users.
Are they voted by a bunch of 12-year-olds, or are we actually seeing a good mix of stuff?
Could all be 12-year-olds. Anyone with an account with the Cheeseburger Network can vote, and I really like it and definitely do recommend that people have a squiz.
Maybe you'd like to have a squiz at what happened when this lady told her in-laws some special news.
Fairly Tiger's colours, by the way. Grandpa. Oh my gosh. Some birthdays are more special than others. I hope this is one of them. Because he totally deserves it.
It looks like the dog just peed on her, doesn't it? Oh no, he's peed on me.
What do you think the neighbours were thinking?
I don't. She's being attacked.
Yeah, you'd think that. That's a little bit of an extreme reaction.
Quite the reaction.
Quite.
Social media news. Feman, or Feman, you know how it's pronounced?
Femin, I would say.
Okay.
Femin, because it's kind of female, yeah.
Has been causing quite a bit of news over the past few weeks, led basically by one lady working in
Tunisia.
Thank you very much, and going topless around the place.
Getting her boobs out in the name of feminism, or according to her. It is a tough thing to remember that, we do live in a fairly fortunate country, or unfortunate, depending on, how you feel about women's rights. But not every place in the world does enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy here. And this group, this Femin group, is particularly passionate about some of the things that predominantly Muslim countries. And
she's had to leave Tunisia because of death threats. They've taken it so serious that she's had to get out of the country.
Well, they do, in these countries they do have a pretty strict moral code, and getting your boobs out isn't really as accepted as it is here.
It's an interesting idea of social media, I guess, and the way you can use pictures and way you can spread news, but also I guess some of the backlash that comes, as we've seen not only in the memes if you've been caught pulling over drunk driving, but also if you're legitimately protesting topless.
Oh, it's not just her, it's a whole bunch of people that have been doing it in the wake of this woman in Tunisia, and some really, really frightening stuff.
On to a different topic, the weather. When you wake up, I'd imagine the second or third thing you do after you've scratched yourself and checked your memes is have a look at what sort of day you're in.
And hit my snooze button and all sorts of things. Or anyone that knows me and anyone that even doesn't know me, I'm going to tell you right now, I am obsessed with the weather. I love weather. I live it, I breathe it. I look up, and I also look at this particular app called Oz Weather. And the reason I like this app over a lot of other ones is that it takes its information directly from the Bureau of Meteorology. So Weather Zone is a very popular app and a very good app. I certainly do recommend that one as well. But I do tend to trust the Bureau of Meteorology data more than anyone else. It can be a
little out of date sometimes. You can have a look at the Bureau of Meteorology forecast and Weather Zone doesn't correlate.
No.
You're telling me this one does?
Well, this one is feeding the data directly from the Bureau, and it is updated within a matter of minutes of the bomb forecast. You can scroll through the different stations. So in Jandakot at the moment, if you're out there, 22.9. Swanee, you're probably a little bit nippy with your bum in the cold, 21.1 degrees.
Freezing.
Have a look at the rainfall, all sorts of things. If you get the paid version of this app, then you can see the radar as well. So if you're going out for a run or if you're going to hang the washing, it is very simple. Given that the Bureau's website itself isn't particularly mobile friendly, though there are improvements on the way.
Absolutely. All right. I love dancing. One of the things, Candice, I love about having kids is I can dance and they love to dance with me and they don't care what a dag I look when I'm dancing. And it's good to see on the internet, this has been a bit of a hit this week, I'm not the only one.
Okay.
Dating back, he's got the kids. But he dates back to the days at the Kingdom. Getting a good rise out of the fans here, 30,896. Gator!
There you go.
Nice.
I used to be able to do that. Anyway.
Sure.
Did you know in America there is a prom in the deep south that still segregates between black and white?
That is absolutely ridiculous. I thought we were well and truly past this. Didn't that happen 50 years ago?
You'd think so. It's been a real hot topic this week that apparently a group of students have started their own integrated prom. And this has been hashtag and followed and all over the social media because they've decided, oh, maybe black and white people should dance together.
Now, when reading about this, my understanding is that the school doesn't run the prom, that it is outside groups that continue this tradition, or the community itself. And there are these 4 girls who you can see on the screen who are real best friends, obviously have sense and can see past something as trivial as skin colour and be friends. And they want to go to prom together or our school ball together, which is not a completely unreasonable request. And so social media is getting behind them in their fight to have a nice, normal school ball.
And it's good to see. And the other one is Anonymous. I've been a little worried about Anonymous lately because they seem to be playing particular partisan politics. And one of these has been hacking into North Korea, into the Flickr accounts and Twitter feeds.
Of the state-run stuff?
Yeah, of the state-run stuff. And basically, I guess, taking the P out of their dear leader, Kim Jong-un. But I wonder whether are they going a step too far playing this kind of politics in this kind of atmosphere?
It's a really sensitive time, and I don't know whether this kind of thing is helpful. Yeah, it's funny. Like, he's a walking caricature of himself, isn't he? But is it helpful? Is it really going to, you know, bring peace closer? I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't know. And I tend to think with somebody like that, whether you really want to go whacking the beehive with a stick.
Do you want to provoke them?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Let's instead move on to something a bit more exciting. If somebody said they were playing you like a piano.
This is awesome. You'll love it.
La. 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 Da.
La.
La. La. La. La.
That, of course, was the theme to Mario Kart.
And it brings back memories of your childhood.
Of course it does, my old Super Nintendo.
Quick tweets. Candice Perth Ninja says, can someone live tweet the transcript of the buzz? I'm busy ninjaing. No, there is no transcript.
There is no transcript. You watch it or you don't.
Michael Gosney says, Google Paul Cook's disco moves, or you don't want to do that, Michael. That's very scary. And Richard Bard says, the show needs a name change next week to the Stone instead of the Buzz.
I don't even know what that means.
I want to clarify what that means. Are my eyes that red, really?
And I'm way anti-drug.
Who are we going to follow, Candice?
Okay, so quick couple of ones. At Crimer Show, kind of a bit like the love child of Inspector Clouseau and Dolan comics, if you're familiar with those. This account is the brainchild of an Irish comic, complete simulated crime TV show, complete with all of the gimmicks and the cliches. The spelling is a bit childlike, but that's a deliberate. That's deliberate.
Yeah, that's what I say too.
And it is absolutely spot on the money with the put on the sunglasses and the years and all of this kind of thing. An Australian spin-off has popped up recently at _Rob Core, and he's got himself in a bit of a spot of bother with the original account, Crimer Show, because he replaces the detective character in Crimer Show with Tony Abbott, who is in pursuit of the bad guy Julia Gillard.
Of course.
And policies as opposed to crime. So that's a pretty amusing one. If you follow both, you'll get the jokes
you'll
very
pick
well.
Up the picture. One's a satire of the parody.
Right, exactly. So
Nice.
it's a parody of a parody. The last one I have for you today is at JR_the_ferret. JR, also known as John Relf, is the stats man at the Bureau of Meteorology. There is not a single thing he doesn't know about Perth climate, and if he doesn't know it immediately, he can find it for you. So definitely get on there. He's very chatty. Ask him him all about it.
Well, that's the end of it, Candice. We seem to get through it without, what was his name?
Some guy. We don't. It doesn't really
I
matter.
can't remember. Thank you to Zeta Grid for being our sponsor and letting us come back this week. I'll just have a quick look. Candice, you wave to the people while I see if we've got any more
everyone?
tweets.
Kiss, kiss. Margaret Thatcher. We've talked about a whole bunch of stuff.
Poor Maggie.
What's coming up next week? We don't know.
We
but
don't
tell
know.
us.
That's the thing. Whatever's big on the internet, hashtag the buzz. Tell us
Yeah.
what you want to see on the program. Thanks for joining us. Zeta Grid, I said it again.
Too much.
Do I get a prize?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
See ya.
I like a prize. See ya. Get well, Jason.